Hello everyone, I'm Lewis and welcome back to Lewis's Football Mind. Today's video I'm going to be doing a combined 11 with players from only the traditional Big Six. So Spurs, Arsenal, Man U, Man City, Chelsea and Liverpool. But I can only pick two per team. One team will just have one player. I won't tell you what team that is yet. So five of these teams will have two players in this combined 11 and then the other will just have one. So I have just based it on how important these players are to their club, how good they are compared to other players in their position. So this isn't the best combined 11. So this isn't 11 of the best players. It's just a balanced team. I've just based on the impact they have on their team and how good they've been over the years, how good they are in current form, all of these, etc. So I am going to start with the goalkeeper, and who I think is the best goalkeeper in the world is Alisson Becker of Liverpool. So I am starting with a Liverpool player. Alisson for me is the best keeper in the world. Edison's up there, ter Stegen's up there, Courtois when he's fit up there. But for me, Alisson is the best keeper in the world. He has all the attributes. He's got good distribution. He's really good on the ball. His shot stopping is unbelievable, especially at 1v1s as well. 1v1, he's probably the best keeper in the world at 1v1s. Kicking, obviously, you give Edison the best kicking because he's absolutely sensational with his feet. But Alisson is really good in all areas, solid at everything, and some of the saves he's made this season and last season have been absolutely unbelievable. Like that Almiron one against Newcastle was unbelievable. One of the best saves I've ever seen on TV live. So yeah, obviously Edison was definitely the closest one, but I feel like there's two other City players who are more important to the team than Edison. So right back, I went for Chelsea player, and that is Reece James, who is a sensational footballer when he is fit. Obviously, played against Manchester City in that thrilling 4-4 match, prime Barclays, by the way, that was, and played really well. When he's fit, he's sensational, Reece James, but obviously injuries have had a massive impact on his Chelsea career so far. But when he plays, he's been unbelievable, no doubt about that. I could have put Walker, could put Trent, but that means two Liverpool players could be used up already. Not saying that Trippier. Yeah, Ben White maybe, but yeah, I feel like Reece James is definitely really important to Chelsea. Obviously, the captain as well for Chelsea when he's fit. So yeah, the big if is if Reece James can stay fit, the career he has ahead of him is unbelievable. But if he keeps getting these injuries, it's just going to keep setting him back even more and more. But really, really important player for Chelsea. Next player is also from Chelsea. One of the best centre backs to ever grace the planet, in my opinion, is Thiago Silva of Chelsea. Why do I rate Thiago Silva so highly? What, he's 38, 39 years old, still starting in the Premier League, still beating these really quick, strong strikers to the ball. Really, really intelligent footballer and doesn't get the credit he deserves, in my opinion. He joined Chelsea and he straight away won the Champions League. Absolutely unbelievable for a player his age. He's just like fine wine. Absolutely sensational player. He's still starting most Premier League clubs as well. Obviously, he is getting on. Goal against City when he just put his foot out, you can tell. Oh yeah, he can't run as much anymore, which is 100% understandable. But Thiago Silva, is a sensational footballer, and he is one of the best centre backs to ever grace the planet, in my opinion. Obviously, he's not the Maldini, Beckenbauer, Ramos level, but he is definitely one of the greats of our generation at centre back. So next is an Arsenal player who was unbelievable until he got injured last season, and that pretty much ended Arsenal's title charge. And this is William Saliba. Obviously, he had a few loan spells before getting in this Arsenal first team, but last season, oh my word, what a player! Arguably Arsenal's most important player last season. Obviously, that got that injury, and then Arsenal started to drop off, and obviously lost the title to Manchester City. But what a player Saliba is! So young as well, so talented, and so intelligent. He's got all the attributes to be a really, really world class centre back. And for me, he's one of the best centre backs in the world right now. not the best. He's not obviously that Diaz Van Dijk level just yet, but in the future, he's definitely got the potential to be a world class centre back, and he's already proven to us all that he's really intelligent, and he makes Gabriel look good. It's kind of like Van Dijk in 2020. Van Dijk made Gomez look better than he actually was. I'm not saying Gabriel and Gomez are bad footballers, but compare like Van Dijk Saliba, that's the kind of vibes I get. I don't think he'll be anywhere near as good as Prime Van Dijk, but he's definitely going to be one of the best centre backs in the world in the future. So next up, left back. I don't think this guy is the best left back in the league, but I feel like he is a really, really important player. I went for Ugui of Tottenham, who has been the best left back in the league so far this season. Obviously, players left backs like Estepinian got injured at the start of the season. Luke Shaw's been injured. Robertson's been injured. So he's definitely stepped up on the left back position, even though those other players don't play for Tottenham. He's definitely been rated higher because of that. I feel like he's a really good player. Obviously, on loan at Udinese last season, where he had a very, very good season. Yeah, this guy's only 20 years old. Definitely got a bright future ahead of him. And he definitely looks like a really, really talented footballer and very attacking left back as well. So really, really promising future for him. Yeah, I could have went for one of those injured players. Obviously not Estepinian, could Brighton aren't in the traditional big six, but obviously Robertson is for me the best left back in the league. Obviously it was Joao Cancelo before he went to Barcelona. Luke Shaw's he's okay. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad, just inconsistent. But when he's on his game, he's a very, very talented footballer. But I feel like Hugo has really impressed me so far this season. So the next player is the best CDM in the world. No debate, it's Rodri. The impact Rodri has to this Manchester City side is absolutely phenomenal. Probably one of City's most important players. You could see Haaland, you could see De Bruyne. Obviously, De Bruyne has been injured, but like Rodri is just absolutely phenomenal. Three games. I think it was 3 games he got suspended for. They lost all 3 of them. After that, so yeah, it just shows that the impact Rodri had is absolutely massive. And yeah, scored some big, big goals. He scored obviously against Chelsea in that 4-4. He scored in the against Bayern in the Champions League last season. He scored a late one against Sheffield United this season, and of course he scored in the Champions League final against Inter Milan, which was the goal to win the whole thing for Manchester City. So he's a big game player, scores big goals in big moments, and he's just a world class, best stadium in the world for me right now, and he has been for the last good year or so. So next up is a Manchester United player, and it is Bruno Fernandes. How much I do not like this guy does not matter. He is a good footballer. I can't deny that. Is he world class? That's debatable. But does he have a big impact on the Manchester United team? Absolutely. Without Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United would be in serious bother, especially with creativity in the midfield. And he is probably Manchester United's most important player. This season's been good and bad. He hasn't been unbelievable, but he is still a solid footballer. How much I don't like him because of his whinging does not matter. He's a really good footballer, and I can tell you now, there is no other Manchester United player in this team. So next up is a Spurs player who has been the bargain of the summer. It's James Maddison. Wow, what a player. Obviously, you could see where's Kevin De Bruyne, where's Julian Alvarez. Obviously, there's another player who I think has to be in this team. Obviously, De Bruyne has been injured. Alvarez is actually sensational, really, really unbelievable footballer. He's been playing midfield this season, but I feel like Maddison, for the price Tottenham paid for him, has been absolutely sensational. It's a shame for Tottenham. I think he's injured till the new year now. So that's really, really disappointing. But if Maddison's fit, he's guaranteed to go on the plane to the Euros 100%. And he's been one of the best midfielders in the league, if not the best this season. And 40 million, it's a bargain, simple as that. And I don't know why other teams didn't battle Tottenham out for it, because Leicester could have got more money from him. Even though they got relegated, Lavia went to Chelsea for now 60 million and they got relegated. And Madison's miles better than Lavia. Yeah, so 40 million is just a bargain. So left wing, this is tough. He hasn't been unbelievable this season. He's been iffy this season, but he's still a sensational footballer, a really, really underrated footballer, and that is Gabriel Martinelli of Arsenal. For me, he doesn't get enough credit. He's just as good as Saka, in my opinion. Obviously, people rate Saka more because he's the gem child. He's the English boy, a bit younger as well, which is absolutely fair enough because he's an unbelievable player. But Gabriel Martinelli deserves more credit than he gets. This one was tough. Obviously, I could have went for players like Luis Diaz, Raheem Sterling. It was close, but I feel like Martinelli last season was unbelievable. Hasn't started this season great yet. But it's about a matter of time before he starts racking up the goals again. Obviously, Martin Odegaard being injured as well has a massive impact on that Arsenal team. And Odegaard is another player who I was highly considering to be in this team. Obviously, there's just another player from Liverpool who I have put in later on. I was going to put Diaz and Odegaard can Diaz left wing, but there's another Liverpool player I need to have in this team, and I'm happy with Madison in this team. But Martinelli, really, really good footballer, and that is not a debate. Hopefully he can pick up again for Arsenal. And it looks like it'll be a three-way title race this season. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how Arsenal do in the title race again. Because they're definitely in it. It's definitely Arsenal, Liverpool, City for me. Teams like Villa, Tottenham, Newcastle are a bit lower this season. So we'll go right wing, and the best right winger in the world right now, one of the best wingers in Premier League history, one of the best players in Premier League history, Mohamed Salah. And the amount of how underrated this guy is underrated. Like, you know, the consistency is absolutely phenomenal. He's near Haaland's goal contributions this season as a right winger. You know, he's got nearly 150 Premier League goals since joining. Obviously 2 for Chelsea, 2 or 3 for Chelsea, and then the rest for Liverpool since joining 2017. He's won PFA Player of the Years. He nearly won the Ballon d'Or. He's won the Champions League. He's won everything, and he's probably the best player in the Premier League right now. Best attack on the Prem right now. Maybe obviously him and Haaland is definitely the closest debate. But Mo Salah, a big game player as well. Can't rate this guy highly enough. The amount of hates he gets from people I know is absolutely ludicrous. It is absolutely ludicrous. If I'm just saying so. But yeah, what a player Mo Salah is. The consistency is why he's so world class, and hopefully he can stay for a few more seasons. Because if he stays a few more seasons, I can definitely see him sneak up that Premier League all-time goal scoring charts. I don't think he'll get a Shearer 260, probably not. But I can definitely see him get to 200. Definitely get around that Andy Cole, Sergio Aguero mark for Premier League goals. So I can see him definitely getting a few more goals before he retires. And hopefully he retires at Liverpool. Hopefully he doesn't accept that Saudi offer in January or next season. So finally, striker, and of course it is Erling Haaland, Manchester City. What a player this is. One of the best players in the world. Right now, just consistent. Obviously, no De Bruyne this season, but he's still getting the goals in. People could call him pen merchant, tapping merchant, but I don't believe that. Some of the goals he scores are really good. He doesn't really score screamers, no, but it's the area, it's the movement, it's sensational. It's just hard. It's just nearly impossible to defend against. So yeah, you could see he gets tap-ins, but he has to get in those positions to get those tap-ins. He has to do the movement to get those tap-ins or these chances. So yeah, it's a bit, he gets a lot of hate. It's just because of how good he is, and he's always going to score goals. He's always going to be up there in Premier League goal boot rate, and who knows, he might just stay at City for the rest of his career. I don't know if he wants to move around or not, but if he doesn't move around, he's definitely going to be looking at that Shearer record if he keeps up these numbers in the coming future. So that is my traditional Big Six Combine 11 with only 2 players per team. So I used 2 from Spurs, 2 from Chelsea, 2 from Man U, 1 from Man U, 2 from Man City, 2 from Liverpool. Did I say Spurs? 2 from Spurs as well. Yeah, so I feel like this is a really good balanced Combine 11. It isn't the strongest. If it was strongest, it'd be different. It'd probably be mostly City players, to be honest. But yeah, really happy with this team. I think it's a decent selection. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you.